Welcome inside Lenox Stadium for 26-6A high school football tonight. It is the Smithson Valley Rangers taking on the Steele Knights. On the Rangers Network, I'm Brant, Freeman alongside Geff, Gandy, and our entire Rangers Network crew. And Geff, welcome to the broadcast. Smithson Valley coming off a tough loss against a very good Judson football team last week. Tonight, though, the schedule isn't getting much easier.
No, it's not going to get much easier from here on the second half of this position play. And tonight it starts with two teams that really kind of desperately need a win. For Smithson Valley, a win tonight would kind of put them in a two-way or three-way tie for second place. So it's a critical game for Smithson Valley. For Steele, they may catapult them into a sole second place in the district. So both teams have a lot to play for tonight, Brant. And you know what? I think we're going to have a great game.
We really should. The Knights coming in on a three-game winning streak. Smithson Valley coming off a tough loss against Judson. About to find out how this one measures out tonight. Kickoff is coming up at 7:30 here from Schertz, Texas. More pregame coverage coming up on the Rangers Network. This is Smithson Valley High School football.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken-y sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know. And Texas 46, a home-style hill country restaurant, has been in the Spring Branch community for over 30 years, where the focus is on a Lone Star favorite, slow-cooked barbecue. We can cater or host your next large event, too. Welcome to Texas 46.
Welcome back inside Lenox Stadium, about ready for kickoff between Smithson Valley and Steele. Again, the Rangers won this game a year ago, 43-20 here at Lenox Stadium. An impressive win then for the Rangers, considering this, that up until that game, the Knights had won 41 straight district games. Their previous district loss was against a Johnny Manziel-led Kerrville-Tybee team back in 2009, but the Rangers again came in here a year ago and were not intimidated. And Geff, I think that's going to be key again here tonight.
I think you're right. It's going to be a key that they show up and they play well with some confidence. I think play with some urgency as well, Brant. And that means when your offense is on the field, we need to go down and put some points on the board. You don't wait and play from behind. And I think that's what's happened the last couple of games, and it gets them in trouble.
That said, we will see Steele's offense on the field first this evening as the Rangers won the toss, electing to go on defense first. So can the Ranger defense get an early stop, preferably a 3-and-out, maybe a turnover like we've talked about, and give the offense a chance with the football and a short field?
Well, that would be optimum.
So Mason Reed will be the one kicking off to start things here for Smithson Valley. The Rangers, the road team, the Road Whites here tonight, and the Navy Blue Pants. The Knights, the home team, in their gray tops and black helmets. Two returners back deep for Steele, Darren McKnight and Tyron Smith. The winner will inch closer towards a coveted playoff spot in 26-6A. This game is underway. The kickoff sails about a yard deep into the end zone, and a knee taken after some hesitation by Tyron Smith. And here comes the sophomore quarterback, White Beagle, to lead the Steele Knight offense.
Well, it looks like we're waiting to see whether or not their really star running back, Robert Collins, number 5, if he's going to be playing here tonight.
Looking at the backfield, it appears that Tylee Tyson will get the first reps at running back. So maybe, Geff, we have our answer. Robert Collins, the team's leading tailback this season, might not be available.
May not be available. A great opportunity for Smithson Valley to take advantage of this time. But again, Tyson has some good stats as well. He averaged around 5 yards per carry.
Beagle on the quarterback run on first down. The first play of the game nets about 6 yards for Steele to the 31-yard line. Good runner, Wyatt Beagle, the sophomore, has close to 200 yards rushing this season. Sets up second down and 4.
Well, you're going to see him run because if there's any hesitation, he's going to be able to run with the football. He's got a big offensive line to run behind. It averages around 266 pounds, particularly on the right side where you have Diego de los Sotos and Stanley Mark.
Mark, 6'4", 290, a senior returning starter on the offensive line for Steele. On second down and 4, it is a flip to Daniel Jackson, running wide to his left. Jackson is chopped down by Zoig, but does have the first down, does he? Thought he did initially, but they think they're going to mark him shy by about a half yard. Or no, they will spot the football at the 35-yard line for a Steele first down.
Well, it looked like that Corey McElroy had a chance to get Jackson in the backfield, but just couldn't come up with a tackle. It would have been a huge loss, but Jackson, using his speed, got around the end, just enough for a first down.
Big-time playmaker Daniel Jackson has scored at least one touchdown in all but one game this season. Team's leading receiver and will be an FBS football player this time 2 years from now, only a junior. First down for the 35. Beagle on the rollout to his right. Throws a dart but incomplete over the hands of Tyron Smith, the senior. Third-year varsity receiver, experienced player for second-year head coach David Sines. Brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, good play on first down. Just a little bit of a rollout pass trying to hit Smith on a little 5-yard out. Just overthrew him. So now it's second and 10.
This an offense averaging more than 27 points per game. During this 3-game winning streak, though, Steele, its offense is putting up nearly 500 yards of offense per game. Scored 24 last week at a win over New Braunfels as Beagle goes under center. Don't see that much in the high school game these days. It is a run across the 40. Tyson to the secondary. And down inside of midfield of the Ranger 46-yard line is Lee Tyson, first down Knights.
Yeah, that time they went with 11 personnel. Their tight end came in, number 45, Christian Garza. He's an extra blocker there on the line of scrimmage and did a nice job just making a hold there at the time for Tyson.
Gain of 18 yards for Tyson. Had a big game earlier this year against Reagan, 11 carries, 78 yards, and a score, and a win for Steele in week 2. Beagle again from under center, throwing it back to Smith. He's taking a shot down the field, and the pass incomplete. The Rangers not fooled on that gadget play. Pass intended for the tight end Steven Adkins. Brings up second down and 10.
Yeah, a little razzle-dazzle, trying to catch Smithson Valley, cheated up to the line of scrimmage, so it was a good call. But that time there was just kind of a what do you call it, indirect entangling of the knees or the legs, and the receiver fell down.
Incidental contact.
Thank you.
There you go, Geff. Yep. Those I words can get you every time, man.
I'm so glad I'm working with you tonight.
95 seconds gone by, no score. First possession either team. On second down and 10, here is a run to the right side of the line, 40-yard line, and down to the 39. On the carry there for Steele was Jalen Jones. Jones, a cornerback for Steele, but arguably their most athletic and talented player, a player who's regarded to be a 4-star recruit, getting offers from several P5 programs, and there on second down and 10, picks up 8 to bring up third down and 2.
Yeah, there's nothing fancy about the play. Basically, he got the handoff back deep in the backfield, and he saw an opening around the end. There was no force by the defensive end. He was able to pick up 8 yards.
Third and 2 from the Ranger 39-yard line. On the option, Beagle will keep it. Beagle lunging for a first down. Able to escape the grasp of a would-be tackler in the backfield, and the Knights have a first down of the Ranger 36.
Again, McElroy getting good penetration in the backfield. Had a chance to tackle Beagle in the backfield, just couldn't come up with a play.
Now we see Ethan Stokes check in at running back here for Steele as again Beagle lines up under center. Stokes deep in the backfield, takes the handoff, make that Tyson the carry, and Tyson only turns out a couple to the 35-yard line. Stacked up on the far side of the field. That'll bring up second down and 9.
Well, I like what they're doing with Beagle going under center, and he's handing the football deep in the backfield to that time to Tyson, and he can just basically pick and see where the crease is going to be. And it's man-on-man blocking up front, so that time, credit the defensive front four, which we talked about in the pregame, is going to have to come up with some negative plays.
On the right side of the formation, the right of Beagle, that's Daniel Jackson lined up against Colin Betsy, a big assignment tonight for for the Ranger junior cornerback. Betsy with a handoff here on second down and lunging forward Tyson to the 34. That's it. Rangers front seven again playing very well to bring down Tylee Tyson for short yardage, and now 3rd down and 8 to go.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. Boy, it'd be nice if you can hold them, and then you're going to have to make a decision either to get 5 yards and try to punt it, put it into the punt it down there and try to pin him down towards the end zone.
Now we see C.J. Bledsoe check in the backfield. Bledsoe was the one that relieved Robert Collins in the second half last week after Collins went down with the injury against New Braunfels and carried the ball 12 times for 43 yards. Steele, a long look at the sidelines, and now they'll call for timeout. Their first with nearly 4 minutes gone by in the opening quarter, no score. This Steele Knight drive started back at its own 25-yard line, now at the Ranger 34. And, Geff, I believe this might be 4-down territory for the Knights right now. You're too far for a field goal from this spot.
Right.
And a punt, if it goes into the end zone, you're not netting a whole lot of yards there for the defense. So this might be 2 plays to get the first down for Coach Sines.
I think you hit the nail on the head, actually, because of the position where the football is in the field, but also the nature of the game itself. There's too much at stake. Might as well try to get up the first down. Go for it.
Steele, a 5-2 football team, lost the 26-6A opener in a big way against a very good Judson team, as we know from a week ago. 58-21 Rocket win, but since then the Knights playing very good football, winners of 3 straight.
Get Tyson back in.
And also in at receiver, Jalen Jones lining up wide to the left of Beagle. 3rd and 8. Rangers bring it a 4-man rush. Beagle on the quarterback draw. Beagle, the sophomore, sliced down short of the yard to gain at the 28-yard line, short by about a yard. But again, I think that was a play for Steele to set up a manageable 4th down attempt, and they're going to keep the offense on the football field.
Yeah, and it's a good call, too. It was a quarterback run all the way because Beagle took a couple steps back. Tyson was the lead blocker on it. He ran right off that right-hand side where the 2 big ends are.
So can the Rangers here get a stop on 4th down and give the offensive football in a scoreless game? We're about to find out. Look for the draw again. Rangers stacking the box. Beagle on the keeper to his right. 1st down and more. Inside the 20. Inside the 10. Sidestep Mason Livingston for a 2nd to 4. Livingston brings him down at about the 8-yard line. Goal to go, and a great play design there by Steele.
It really was. And right now this first drive is really all about Wyatt Beagle, the quarterback. I was looking at who had penetration. It looked like Tom Zoig had a chance at him in the backfield, just couldn't come up with a play.
And again, you see Stanley Mark there at right tackle, 6'4", 290, tough to get around, and the Rangers unable to shed that block. And now goal to go for Steele inside the 10. Beagle hands off Tyson behind left guard, and the Rangers stack him up. See Colmansberger on the tackle there for Smithson Valley, along with Trey Witcher. Big game last week for Witcher. 8 tackles, couple of sacks against Judson. Going to bring up 2nd and goal.
Big play here for the defense. What do you dial up? Do you put pressure on them, or do you just maintain gap integrity?
I'm thinking that Steele here is going to try to make 3rd down manageable.
Yes.
Where it's 3rd and 4, 3rd and goal rather, from the 4 or 3-yard line. I would expect the Knights to keep it on the ground, and lo and behold, back to throw is Beagle in the flat, a swing pass. It is complete inside the 5, but a good open field tackle made by Livingston. The receiver, Tylee Tyson. It is inside the 5-yard line, though, to bring up 3rd and goal from the 3.
3rd and goal. This is the big play here. And I tell you what, I'd kind of look for the quarterback. Beagle just kind of taking it and use that lead blocker to play a couple plays previous. That worked really well off the right-hand side.
We are already halfway past the first quarter, more than halfway through the opening quarter.
Yeah. This is the kind of play this is the game they want to play.
Here we go. 3rd and goal from the 3. Motion from Tyson.
There you go.
Flags fly. Illegal motion going to be the call here against Steele. The Rangers do get the stop at the 1-yard line. I would imagine Smithson Valley will accept this penalty and make them replay 3rd down here, as opposed to Steele lining up for 4th and goal inside the 2.
Well, they tried to draw the defense by that motion across the formation. It didn't fool them. That Beagle did not have a whole lot of room to run. That was a good job by the entire defensive line for Smithson Valley.
No, the flag, I beg your pardon, is against the Rangers for offsides. And so Steele will accept that penalty to keep the down.
Yeah.
And now it's 3rd and goal. It's still inside the 2, half the distance there. You don't gain a whole lot of yardage, but you get the down back.
Exactly.
And here we go. 5:30 to go, first quarter. Opening possession, either team, no score. Steele, though, 2 yards away
Empty backfield
from changing that. Look for the quarterback power. High snap to Beagle. Gathers it in. Lunging forward, second effort. Beagle has got it. Touchdown, Steele.
Well, it looked like he barely made that, Brant. Zoe did a nice job coming up and laying the wood to him, but Beagle's a bigger kid than Zoe, and he's able to fall forward into the end zone.
Steele's offense stays out there for a moment for the point after, and now they'll send in the kicking unit. Looking for a 7-0 lead, a 75-yard drive for Steele in 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Wide Beagle, his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the PAT is up. That kick is no good. Sails wide to the left off the foot of Zachary Simmons. And the Knights' lead remains 6-0. 5:16 left, first quarter. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken E Sweet Tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
And welcome back to Linoff Stadium. The Knights strike first. 75-yard drive to open the game in 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Steele on top, 6-zip. A 2-yard touchdown run by White Beagle has the hosts in front here in the 26-6A district game.
Thank you for Coach Sines, the Steele head coach. You couldn't have drawn up or carded it any better than that to start the football game with.
A lot of pounding the rock there from Steele in that first possession. Didn't see Beagle put the ball in the air very much. Short kickoff by the Knights, and it bounces at the 25-yard line. Picked up there by the Ranger returner up to about the 27. And popping up with the football for Smithson Valley, Jalen Nutt. Should keep in mind, by the way, we went through some of the injury concerns for Steele, namely to Robert Collins. Well, Smithson Valley tonight minus one of its big playmakers as a defensive back, as a receiver, and as a returner. Ethan Sill not available this evening. First down from the 27 for Williams in the offense. And on first down, it is a run for Mark Franco. Big hole across the 35-yard line. Bolts across the 40, and a first down to the 41 and a pickup of 14.
What a great way to start your first series off with the first down on the first play. And tell you, it's going to be important, Grant, how Smithson Valley responds. After being punched in the mouth basically on the opening drive, how are they going to respond? If they really want to get in this ball game, that's a great way to start on that first down.
Williams coming off a rough game against Judson last week at a 20-0 defeat. Completes his first pass of the game here to Kason Wells. The freshman motors inside of midfield. And they're going to mark him out at around the Steele 45-yard line. That's good for 14 more first down Rangers.
And again, run them right up the middle, then a quick pass to the outside, keep the defense on their toes. They don't know where the ball is going to go. I think that's basically going to be the strategy for Smithson Valley tonight.
Williams against Judson last week, 8 of 27 passing, 66 yards and a pick against a very good Rocket defense. Williams on first down, on the draw, hands off, Darlington Frash. And Frash muscles his way down to the Steele 40-yard line for 5. Boy, the first down plays so far on this drive, Geoff, looking very impressive.
Well, you definitely want to be ahead of the change. When it's first and short or second and short, there's so much more you can do as a play caller from Coach Hill. And so you can really open up your playbook and be more creative, and that's what you try to do in that first down.
4:20 left, opening quarter. Rangers' first possession. Moving right along at the Steele 40-yard line, second down and 5. Williams hands off to Franco, runs into a wall of Knight defenders that time. Stood up for a loss at around the 41-yard line. Coming in to make the play, Jalen Reed for Steele, brings up third down and 6.
Yeah, also saw their middle linebacker, Zion Ruffin. I just wanted to say the name Ruffin. What a great linebacker
Good
name.
football name right there.
He was in on that tackle too.
Steele's leading tackler this season, 78 stops on the year, has 4 games this year were 10 or more, to include 21 tackles in the season opener against O'Connor. 3rd down and 6. Here's motion from Wells, a freshman wideout. On the receiver's sweep to his left. Going to cut it back to his right and corkscrew down at the Steele 38. Gains about 3 there, well short of the first down, brings up 4th down and 3.
I don't know how, when you've got a defense that's really fast, it's hard to run wide, and that was probably not the best call. And a 3rd and now it's 3rd and long. Now you got to go 4th and short. Might not have been the best call, but it is what it is.
But now here, 4th and 3, you do have some options. You can run the ball, you can throw, play action, whatever the case may be. It is a run for Frash up the gut of the defense, and how about that run by the sophomore Darlington Frash? A physical carry of the football and a first down to the Steele 34-yard line.
Yeah, Frash is 5'8", 200 pounds, and only a sophomore. But I tell you what, he runs like a senior at about 220 pounds. He carried about 2 defenders on his back, too. Great run for a first down.
Had one of his best games of the season in this stadium early this year, 86 yards against Clemens in the 26-6A opener. On first down, it is a design quarterback keeper for Williams, and the future Houston Cougar will be stood up at around the 33 for a yard to bring up 2nd down and 9. Very good Steele defense during this winning streak again, giving up just 10 points a game.
Yeah. I think the last 3 games they had a combined 31 points, so that's pretty good.
And even then, the Broncos last week scoring 14 all came in the second half, and the final touchdown of the game came with less than 10 seconds to go.
There you go.
On 2nd down and 9, Williams throws, incomplete. Dangerous ball as well into traffic. Going off the hands of the intended receiver, Chris Rivera. Haven't seen much of Rivera in recent weeks, and now 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, now you're in that unpredictable situation, 3rd and long, and you're down on your 34-yard line. It makes it tough. This is a tough call now for Smithson Valley.
We mentioned earlier, 4th and short, your playbook is open. Here in 3rd and 9, the defense knows what you're going to do.
And last week, they were bringing everybody to safeties, corner blitzing. They were backward blitzing. Probably see the same thing here on this down.
3rd and 9. Williams back to throw on the rollout. Williams looking, and the pass is low and incomplete for an open receiver, Wells, at the 20. Threw the ball at his shoe tops. That'll set up 4th down and 9. This would be a 50-yard field goal attempt. Can't imagine the Rangers would attempt from there, so the offense stays out. It appears to be going for it on 4th down.
Yeah. Well, Levi had him wide open, just basically threw it in the dirt.
Already 1 4th down conversion on this drive. 2 minutes to go, first quarter, and a 6-0 Steele lead. The Knights showing a blitz. They'll bring 4. Williams, pump fake, takes a shot down the field, and the pass is incomplete for Wells, nearly picked off by Xavier Player. And like last week, Smithson Valley able to drive the football but cannot finish. A turnover on downs gives the football back to Steele.
Yeah, this is becoming a little bit too common now that the offense gets some momentum going and getting some first downs, but when it gets close to the red zone, you just come out and you get nothing out of it. In a game like this, you got to get at least a field goal out of it. So if you can't pick up a situation where you can get in the end zone, at least get yourself an opportunity to kick a field goal.
And again, pressure here in the Rangers defense, trying to get a stop and keep it a 1-possession game. Beagle scored a touchdown on the Knights' first drive of the game. Hands off to Tyson here, tripped up at the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard. See Trey Witcher, Will Gibbons all there in the pile for Smithson Valley. Now 2nd down and 11.
Yeah, good job by the whole defensive line that time. And that I think that's the first time they ran the football on the left-hand side of the formation, which is, we talked about the big guys on the right-hand side for Steele. Now they ran to the left side, but they didn't have any success.
Ranger run defense had a tough time getting stops last week. Here's Beagle off the play fake. He's pressured, and Beagle goes down. He will gain yardage, maybe a single yard to the 33-yard line to bring up 3rd down at about 10 to go with 1:09 left in the opening quarter. Back to the Ranger defense. Judson last week ran for 265 yards, but again, a lot of talent. Yeah. For Judson, offensive line, skilled players. Sincere McCormick looked really good last week.
I think for Smithson Valley to win tonight, the Rangers got to have just a stout performance by their defense. So far, they've done pretty good.
3rd and 10. Beagle motions Tyson out of the backfield. Pressured by Witcher. Flag flies. Pass is incomplete at the 40-yard line. This should be a hold against Steele. The Rangers defense will come up with a 3-and-out stop and force a punt by Steele.
Well, that's very fortunate because there's a wheel route by, I believe it was Tyson, come out of the backfield, and not a Ranger defender was close to him. But because of the great pressure that time, Beagle had nowhere to really get a good throw off.
The initial signal was the Rangers accept the penalty. Don't want that because it would bring up 4th down. And then Coach Hill does confirm he has declined it.
Yeah. Now it's 4th down.
Well, you hold your breath there for a moment. Yep. Yeah. There's a potential, sure, of making Steele punt the ball from further back, but also the risk of the Knights converting on 3rd down and 20.
Exactly. And they're a team of explosive plays. They can do it.
Mason Livingston back to return this punt. Beagle, by the way, is the team's punter as well. Has struggled this year punting the football, averaging less than 31 yards a kick.
The Rangers may get some decent field position out of this. Any kind of return would be perfect at this time in the game to get a good return and get good field position.
Beagle awaited the snap here from Aaron Rudd. And the sophomore gets it away. Wobbly kick. Livingston lets it go. A Knight roll. And will go out of bounds at around the 31-yard line. 36-yard punt, not bad there for Beagle, no return. Final 30 seconds, opening quarter. Ranger football down 6-0. And again, they moved the ball on their opening possession of the game, couldn't finish. Like to see what they could do here in their second possession.
You know, if I was Coach Hill, maybe I'd get Levi Williams more in the game, but get him to settle down. A couple good short passes again to get his rhythm back in it, and that way you can kind of help him to settle down.
On the first down play, Williams on the keeper, starts to his right, comes back to his left, across the 40-yard line. Levi Williams darts across the 40 to the 41 for 10 yards. Another good first down play for the Ranger offense.
Yeah, design quarterback, draw, and he just basically he finds his opening gap, and the big 6'5", 215-pound senior commit to the University of Houston. He just does a nice job running football. You know, he's kind of known for his throwing, but not a bad runner.
Final 10 seconds, first quarter. Let's see if the Rangers get off another play. They will. It is a run for Franco. Nice burst across the 45-yard line. Mark Franco picks up about 5, make it 6 yards on the final play of the first quarter. So 12 minutes in the book. Steele holds a 6-0 lead. Back with more Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
With GVTC Connect Home, I can get 24-hour-a-day security monitoring and even get alerts on my phone while I'm on the field at practice. I can lock and unlock my doors, arm and disarm the system remotely, and even see who's on my front porch right here on my smartphone. Coach, wipe your feet.
Let GVTC give you peace of mind when you're not at home. Sign up for GVTC Connect Home today.
Back inside Linoff Stadium on the Rangers Network. Brant, Freeman, Geff, Gandy on this Friday night. Smithson Valley down 6-0 as we start the second quarter. But with the football at their own 46-yard line. And on 2nd down and 4, the first play of the second quarter is a fumble. At midfield, the Knights say they've got it. And it's Steele football on the Ranger turnover.
Man, that's very unfortunate. Levi Williams is really trying to get more extra yardage on it, but they're grabbing at the football. That's where you got to keep it high and tight, Brant. And make sure when you go down, no one's got their hand in there.
During this winning streak, 3 games in a row now for Steele, the defense has forced 6 turnovers. That is with 12 forced this season for the Rangers. Only the 6th turnover given up this year, but the Ranger defense hasn't forced enough of their own. They've only forced 2 through their first 6 games.
Exactly. This would be the right and proper time to get one of those other forced turnovers right now. And again,
now,
we talked about those negative plays.
And now this is a short field for Steele. The Ranger 48. Beagle hands off to Tyson to his right. He is slammed down at around the 45-yard line by Trey Moore. Good-looking sophomore for Smithson Valley. 6 feet, 215. 2nd down and 7 to go.
Well, he did a nice job just basically playing off the block and coming back in the flow to make the tackle that time on Tyson. and only for about a couple of yards. Great job.
Saw Smithson Valley's defense force a 3-and-out the last time out there. Beagle on second down throws, completes short of the 40-yard line of the 41 is Daniel Jackson again. Big-time threat for Steele. Has Division I offers at North Texas, Incarnate Word, and Bowling Green. And that catch sets up 3rd down and 3 to go.
Yeah, 3rd down and manageable, but I'm going to keep an eye on that matchup between Daniel Jackson, 6'3", versus Jalen Nutt, who's only 5'10", the corner for Smithson Valley covering him. A little bit of a mismatch there, Brant. Huh?
And playing soft coverage, too,
yeah,
on the short side of the field. It is a run for Beagle, trips for a moment, but able to lunge forward. And I think enough of the first down to the 38-yard line. Yes, Beagle moves the chains again from the Knights.
Well, I thought that Jackson Sidney was going to come up and make the hit behind moving the chains, and he just didn't make a good enough tackle, and that way Beagle was going to fall forward and get the first down.
Yeah, you see Jackson Sidney playing at free safety tonight, wearing the number 32 in place of the injured Ethan Sill, out for tonight's game. Screenplay on first down here from the 38-yard line, and the whistle blows. The Rangers ribbing for the football. They say they've got it. The officials, though, I believe, are whistling the play dead on the catch and run by Tyron Smith.
Well, if the ball hit the turf and the whistle is not blown, the play's still active. And again, he was trying to make some extra yards too. Everyone's grabbing at the football. If it comes loose, it's a live ball.
They do rule him down. It is a gain of 8 there for Smith. And now 2nd and 2 from the Rangers 30. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. A 6-0 Steele lead. Here is a big hole up the middle for Tylee Tyson. And I believe turns out another first down pickup to the 28-yard line. Spot of the football, though maybe he is just short.
I think they gave it to him.
He's got it.
Yeah. Well, again, giving it to Tyson, running against the right side of the offensive line between Stanley Mark and Diego de Los Santos, the 2 biggest linemen on the Steele offensive line. And I guess I would too. If you need to pick up a couple of yards, run behind those 2 big guys.
There's also Peter Saleh, the left guard, 6'2", 295, all-district a year ago for Steele. As Beagle lines up under center, first down for the 28. It is a run for Tyson to his right, sheds 1 tackle, cutting it back up the middle. Sent down to the turf by Witcher at the 22. Steele here staying ahead of the chains on this drive. That's good for 6. He'll bring up 2nd down and 4. Approaching 9 minutes to go in the second. Steele leading 6-0.
Again, Tom Zoig, the middle linebacker, 35, did a great job scraping up in the hole. He just couldn't make the tackle and finish the play for a loss.
On 2nd down, Beagle with the give to Tyson again. Tripped up with the backfield. And we see Witcher, the closest defender again to make the play. Back to the 22-yard line. No gain for the Knights. Now 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, they keep running to the right-hand side, Brant. But I tell you, that time Trey Moore, the defensive end, number 99, 6 foot 225, did a great job getting penetration up and kind of squeezed that hole down that actually Tyson lost his fat balance and stumbled forward.
Steele has been dominant in district games over the past 71 games played in district. Going back to 2007, Steele 65-6. One of those losses to Smithson Valley. On 3rd down, It is a reverse running to his left. Smith is dragged down. No gain. Tackle by Cullen Betsy. There is a penalty marker back at the 34-yard line, and we'll check the flag.
I hope he didn't get any of the face mask because it looked like right there where Betsy made the tackle. No.
It's a false start against Steele, or illegal formation, I beg your pardon. The Rangers have a decision to make here. If they decline the penalties, 4th and 4, if they accept, it would make it about 3rd down and 9.
I'd take it back in this situation.
It appears that Coach Hill is accepting the result of the play, and so this is 4th down and about 7 to go. They lost 3 yards in the play there.
I think it's still 3rd down. It says.
Well, it was 3rd and 4. If that was the 5-yard penalty, which it should have been, the ball would be put back further. But yes,
they just changed it.
There you go. So 4th down and about 6 to go. Knights going for it. Beagle, the sophomore, throws incomplete. threw it behind the receiver, Daniel Jackson, and the Ranger defense has a turnover on downs.
Now that's changing the momentum. Huge series for the defense, for the Rangers, coming up and stopping them from getting a first down here. It's critical time. You've got plenty of time now in the second quarter. Your offense can get some rhythm back to it and get down the field and get some points on the board. This would be primo, but before the end of the half.
7:49 to go, second quarter, 6-0 to Steele lead, but the Rangers maybe playing with some momentum now, following the turnover on downs by the defense. Williams on first down for the 24. It is a run for Frash, picking his way through the Steele defense. Darlington Frash will finally go down at about the 28-yard line for 4 to bring up second down and 6.
Looks like Frash is getting most of the touches out of the backfield so far this first half, and he's done a nice job. We hadn't seen Jacob Fortan, number 3. He's been running with the football a lot the last few games, but I've not seen him in the game so far.
On second down and 6. Now Fortone does line up there on a wing to the right on the keeper. Williams putting his head down, spinning his way across the 35 at a first down to the Smithson Valley 36-yard line. Gain of 8 for the senior quarterback.
Yeah, gutsy run too that time. He's just running off that left-hand side, and between Devin Smith and Masa Goomba and Logan Smith. And I'm tell you what, he got just enough for the first down, but you're 6'5", you fall forward. That's a couple feet right there. Couple of yards at least.
Veteran quarterback Levi Williams, this is 19th career start, has nearly 4,000 yards of total offense in his time as a Ranger. On first down for the 36, Williams hands off Franco up the middle. Franco explodes across the 40-yard line. One tackle away from taking it to the house. Is dragged down to the Steele 47. A touchdown-saving tackle made by Chase Tremarty. First down, Smithson Valley.
Nice trap block that time on Broderick Howard, the defensive tackle. That really opened it up, Brant. That was a great executed play.
It was the second quarter of this game a year ago when the Rangers pulled away at a 43-20 win. Scored 30 unanswered points at 1 point in that game for the Rangers, which again snapped Steele's 41 district game winning streak. A lot of movement from about 2 or 3 individuals, and the offensive line will back this up 5 yards on a false start.
Well, we had 21 personnel. It's the first time I've seen them use 2 backs and 1 tight end. And I saw Austin Howe, the tight end, 44, kind of jump a little early, anticipating that big play.
And the flags really put the Rangers behind schedule a year ago, but actually changed everything here. Encroachment the call against Steele. So 5 yards against the Knights defense, not 1st and 15, it's 1st and 5.
Yeah. Looks like they're barking out signals or something to draw the offense off. And of course, Coach Sines did not agree with that, obviously, and the coaching staff here on our sideline.
It is second year manning the sidelines here at Steele. Took over for Scott Linoff, now the AD. Here in the shirts, Cibolo United CISD. 1st and 5. Now for the 43 for the offense. Williams hands off Frash to his left. Frash cutting it back to his right. Darlington Frash, the sophomore, churns out 3 hard-earned yards to make a second down and 2.
He ran a lot for those 3 yards. I tell you, sometimes you just need to plant your leg and go straight up north and just go upfield. Get as much as you can, take your licks, but get 3 or 4 yards out of it.
We anticipated a low-scoring game tonight. We're getting that so far. More than halfway through the second quarter, a 6-0 Steele lead. Rangers' 3rd possession tonight. On 2nd and 2, Williams fakes to Wells on the jet sweep, keeps it himself, and able to leg out the first down to the 35-yard line for another 5-yard gallop.
Well, that's a good call because the play was set up with other motion going across the formation that it loosens those outside linebackers out a little bit. And the design plays for basically Levi Williams to take 1 step back and hit the hole. So it's a nice job.
First down for the Steele 35. Williams off the play fake, completes to Wells, breaks a tackle, turns upfield, inside the 20, cutting it back inside, down inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, gain of 31 for Cason Wells.
Great pass catch execution and a great block by Jeremy Gearlian out there on the outside that sprung Wells around the end. Almost had it in pay dirt, but that was a great looking play.
One of the bigger plays of the year for the freshman Cason Wells, impressive looking young player for the Rangers offense. Now goal to go inside the 5, officially at the 3. Williams hands off to Frash up the middle, tripped up. Good defensive pursuit by Cromartie for the Knights, dropping Frash for a loss back at the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Yeah, down here in the red zone, particularly down in goal line, those safeties are going to be up there really tight. Cromartie is one of their leading tacklers with 61 tackles. He averages 9 per game, already at 1 tackle for a loss. So he's always in the mix.
And we saw last week when the field compressed, the Rangers struggled offensively.
Absolutely. Yep.
2nd and goal for the 4. Frash, the motion man. Hand off to him. Turns a corner, but runs out of room. Lassoed out of bounds for no gain of the 4-yard line. On the tackle there was Warren Carter for Steele, and now 3rd down and goal.
Yeah. The Steele's defense, they're really fast. You can't go wide on them, particularly down here on the goal line where you have less real estate to work with. So the play calling gets really tough, to your point. And this is where they've been struggling all year.
I would think maybe an RPO play here for Williams. A run-pass option, give the quarterback options here on 3rd and goal for the 4. Williams on the rollout. Williams still running, throws, end zone. It is incomplete. In the back of the end zone looking for the tight end, Austin Howe brings up 4th and goal, and the Rangers send out the field goal unit.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that rollout. Again, going Levi Williams to his left when he's right-handed, having to throw across his body. To your point, give him where he can roll out to the right, where he can plant his leg and go run if he needs to.
So this is Mason Reed looking to cut Steele's lead in half. From 21 yards away. Kick is up by Reed. It is good, and the Rangers are on the board. 3:36 to go. Here in the 2nd quarter, it is Steele 6, Smithson Valley 3. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
Come on in.
Hey, Coach. I'm here to try out for the Rangers mascot. I mean, what's better than the guy who Smithson Valley was named after?
Don't you mean Benjamin Smithson? You're Benjamin Franklin.
Smithson? Oh, that makes sense.
He was instrumental in founding this area in 1856. He was one of the first Rangers.
The first Ranger. What position did he play for you, Coach?
He was a Texas Ranger, a Western lawman.
I get it now. I like where this is headed. Be right back. Hey, Coach. How about another perfectly executed shameless plug while I'm gone?
If you need video production work, there's no finer organization than Wick Productions. It's who we trust for Rangers Network and game night scoreboard production at Ranger Stadium.
Well...
Oh, you nailed it.
Rangers we will be!
Wick Productions. Watching a video is just better than reading stuff.
Here back at Linoff Stadium, now a 6-3 Steele lead. Following the Rangers' first points of the game, scored by Mason Reed, who kicks off with a fair catch made by Steele for a touchback. And from the 5-yard line, they'll take the ball out to the 25 with a new rule in effect this year across college and high school football. So the Rangers again able to crack the scoreboard, a 21-yard field goal drilled by Mason Reed, but you can't help but wonder if the Rangers should have gotten the touchdown.
Yeah, you left some points on the table there. They were in perfect position to get in the end zone for 7. But I just thought of this. This is the first time they scored any points in 5 quarters.
That's true.
So
yep.
Look at it as a positive. You cut the lead in half, to your point, which you said, but they definitely had a greater opportunity to get in the end zone for a touchdown. Left that on the table.
Now Steele's offense works with an empty backfield, and being pressured is Beagle, and Beagle goes down. Trey Witcher got him. That play, though, started by Trey Moore, and the Rangers' defensive penetration again playing very well all year long. That's good. That's good for a loss of about 8 yards there for Steele. Sets up 2nd down and 18.
And again, putting the pressure with just your front 4. You didn't have to blitz a linebacker or a safety or even a corner blitz. When you can get pressure like that with just your front 4, then there's a lot of things you can do in the secondary to mess things up for the offense.
The Rangers defensively 14 sacks through their first 6 games of the year. 64 tackles for loss. Playing very well again up front. On 2nd and 18, Beagle Hands off. Tyson not going anywhere. In fact, it's more lost yardage there for Steele. Tyson sent down to the 15-yard line, losing 2 more. And just like that, it is 3rd down and 20.
Yeah, you got him pinned back down here. It'd be great to get some field position, maybe if you go 3 and out right before the end of the half here. Again, that's another good play that time by Will Gibbons. He came in on that tackle as well.
Steele using a lot of clock, although the Rangers do have all 3 timeouts left. If they get a stop here, they should have quite a bit of time to do something offensively. And right now trailing by just 3. 3rd down and 20 from the 15. Beagle off the play fake, setting up a screen, and it's dropped. Dropped by the tight end, Christian Garza. And Steele does Smithson Valley a favor there, calling a passing play with an incompletion, stops the clock with 2:06 to go.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, lucky that actually Garza he fumbled it, obviously. He didn't catch it because they had it wide open. He had 3 blockers in front of him. It was a good call, just couldn't execute.
Back to return Livingston at the Steele 45-yard line. Beagle back out there to punt the ball away. Just outside of his own goal line. Gets the kick away.
Short.
Not a great punt. Livingston, though, a tough job in traffic, does field it on the fair catch at the 42-yard line. Only a 26-yard punt. And with 1:59 to go in the half, the Rangers have all 3 timeouts and a chance to tie or maybe take the lead going into the locker room.
There we go. Here's that opportunity we talked about at the beginning of the game, is when you have an opportunity to get in the end zone, you can't lay those tables on the table and leave them there. Great opportunity.
Williams operates out of the shotgun on 1st down. And on the draw, hands off to Frash, cutting it up the middle. Frash bouncing off of tackles and down to the 40 or make it the 36-yard line for 6, the sophomore, with another impressive 1st down run. 2nd down, 4 to go.
Yeah, a little delay draw that time that Frash. Steele was thinking that Levi Williams was going to throw the football. He gave it to Frash. Nice little pick in his hole for about 7-yard gain.
See Eric Teasman at receiver right now for the Rangers, lined up against the very talented Jalon Jones. Here's a Steele blitz on 2nd down. A run for Frash to his left. Frash, a lot of dancing in the backfield. Darts forward, close to the sticks. At the 32-yard line, does he have it?
It's close.
He does. 1st down, Smithson Valley. And again, first contact, not enough to bring down Darlington Frash.
No, he's running like almost like an Earl Campbell kind of running. It takes about 3 or 4 to get him down. I've been impressed with how he's working this 1st half. The clock keeps running, though, Brant. You would think they would have called a timeout by now.
Under a minute to go, and again, the Rangers do have all 3 timeouts left. Now they're marking it short of the 1st down, so this 3rd and 1. It is a run for Williams up the middle. He's got the 1st and more inside the 25. Backs his way to the 23-yard line for a 10-yard gain. 1st down, Smithson Valley.
Yeah, the clock stops now. Move the change. Good job that time by Levi Williams.
Our head official wound his arm to restart the clock before the chains got reset.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
And the clock now ticking, 30 seconds to go. And again, all 3 timeouts remaining. Williams on 1st down, on the draw, at the 20, 15, spins his way inside the 10. Whistle's not blowing yet. Williams takes a pile with him inside the 5 and down to the 3-yard line with 16 seconds to go.
What a run that time by Levi Williams. And he got some help at the end by some of his offensive linemen, helped push the pile forward for another 10 yards.
And again, you get excited about the big plays. The Rangers do spend their first time out. But you are again dealing with a condensed field here.
Yep.
Inside the 10-yard line, officially at the, I think, the 3, make it the 4-yard line here. Can the Rangers find a way to score in a condensed field situation?
Well, I think the number 1 play you better be looking for is Levi Williams running with the football right up the middle, because you only have 16 seconds. Either that or some sort of fade in the back of the end zone, back corner to one of your receivers. I hadn't seen that yet this year, so I doubt that. I think they're just going to let Levi run with the football. It's been the most effective thing they've done in the first half.
Yep. Levi, a few weeks removed from a 200-yard day against Canyon, the first 200-yard rusher for Smithson Valley since Lawrence Madison ran for over 200 in a playoff win over San Antonio McCollum back in 2011.
And you pulled that right out of your head. Let me tell you. You didn't even look at notes to say that.
I just remembered writing that note down when we did the Canyon game. Here we go. Goal to go from the 4. 16 seconds left. Williams, hands off. Frash up the middle. Frash crawling down to the 1. With 11 seconds left, the Rangers spin their second timeout.
Little delay draw. Again, that time to Frash. He almost got it in. That's good blocking up front, though, Brant. I mean, Devin Smith, the center, 6'4", 240, did a nice job getting up on the second level. That makes a huge difference if you're trying to run the football.
Seeing a lot of patient running, too, not just from Williams and Frash, but everybody that's carried the ball tonight, is that they're not taking the ball and immediately going north-south. They're waiting for the hole to open up, the 1,000, and then going.
Exactly. Let the hole develop. Let your lineman get to the position. Then you get that crease. Now, it'll close quick, but then you're in position to be able to hit it when it's open.
Don't see a whole lot of snaps for Williams under center, but I'm curious if the Rangers might try that here. Let your big quarterback, you said earlier, at 6'5", 215, he could fall forward here at the 1 yard line and score.
Well, and if I was a Steele defensive coordinator, I'd have some sort of linebacker just basically bird dogging, Levi Williams.
Yep.
Exactly. Whatever he goes, whatever he does, I'm firing.
If the Rangers run a running play and do not score, they do have one timeout left. 3rd and goal. Williams will operate out of the shotgun. From the 1 yard line. Williams keeping it himself, diving forward, and he's got it. Touchdown, Smithson Valley.
Yep. Little quick fake that time to Frosch, and he just basically he just ran right behind him with the lead blocker in front of you. It's good. Look at play. It works.
So the Rangers defense got a big 3 and out and some tackles for loss along the way. After a poor punt by Beagle, a short field for the Rangers offense, they navigate 42 yards for the score and their first lead of the night. Reed's important PAT is off the upright. It is no good. So instead of a 4-point lead before the break, the Rangers on top still 9-6. Both teams tonight have missed important PATs.
I don't see, Reed's had some issues this year, but I don't know what's going on. I didn't see the snap look good. The hold looked good. I think he just might have looked up a little too soon. Whenever you hit that left upright, it means you're looking up on a right-footed kicker, excuse me.
11th career point after touchdown miss for Mason Reed. And now 6 seconds to go in the half. Barring a miraculous play by Steele, the Rangers will lead by 3 going to the locker rooms. To keep this in mind as well, they will get the football to start the third quarter. So Smithson Valley not a ton of snaps this season with the lead outside of their 2 wins over East Central and Canyon. They have a chance to take the football field early second half, coming out of the locker rooms and play with that lead here against Steele.
And with momentum into the second quarter, you're putting it in ball in the end zone. You got that momentum, getting the football first to the second half. To your point, that's where you want to be.
And a quick moving half, by the way, as well. Only 52 minutes of real time have gone by since the game kicked off. Here is the kickoff by the Rangers, and it's fielded at the 32-yard line and down right there by Xavier Player with 5 seconds to go.
Well, either you can take a knee and go into halftime, or you can go for it. I mean,
if I'm Steele here, I'm kneeling on the football and taking the 3-point deficit. Don't want to see anything crazy happen, a strip sack, fumble, pick six, whatever the case may be.
Well, I'm just looking at Daniel Jackson. He's got such a height advantage, and he is a gamer. And you got him split down here wide.
Steele not lining up for a kneel down.
Yeah.
And here we go. Beagle off the play fake, taking that shot for Jackson. Jackson over the top, beats the coverage inside the 20, dragged down at the 15-yard line, but the Knights run out of time. And there are no flags in the field. Well, the Rangers there maybe dodged a bullet as Jackson beat the man-to-man coverage over the top. A big play, but does not yield points for Steele.
Yeah, actually they were in a zone. The safety didn't make it over in time. It was well thrown by that time by Beagle, and Jackson made a nice catch, but It's a good-looking play, but it means nothing when you had 4 seconds left on the clock.
And we have hit halftime here from Linoff Stadium. What a defensive battle we've got so far. At the end of 2 quarters, it's Smithson Valley 9, Steele 6. Halftime coverage coming up. This is Smithson Valley football on the Rangers Network.
Let's go. Hurry up. Get the play in.
Okay, here we go. Left retainer, headgear, no popcorn, straight teeth.
That's a good call. Headgear? Straight teeth?
Yeah. Good call.
What's going on here? I thought I left you in charge. It was a good call.
It was a great call. It was a really good call.
Okay. Run the play.
Next, the Ranger Band and Color Guard will perform their UIL marching show entitled Experiment 78070. The show will feature the music of Strauss, Saison, Lozier, Barber, Khachaturian, and Shostakovich. Please enjoy Experiment 78070.
Okay, take a look here. You know, these pearly whites, they're just not right. So you got this guy here, and boom, you move it over here. And don't forget this guy here. You shove it over here. After Ferris Orthodontics get a hold of these teeth, bam! It's like magic for your teeth. So the thing is, when teeth are lined up, you get a good smile. And it was Ferris Orthodontics that did that right there.
And welcome back inside Linoff Stadium, ready for the start of the second half. Rangers on top 9-6 at a low-scoring affair here from Cibolo, Texas. Brant Freeman alongside Geff Gandy. Smithson Valley again on top by 3. The Rangers scored the final 9 points of the first half. Got a 21-yard field goal from Mason Reed to get on the board midway through the second quarter, and then took the lead with 6 seconds to go, their first lead of the game, right before the end of the second quarter on a 1-yard touchdown run by sophomore tailback Darlington Frash. And now Geff again, as Smithson Valley's offense, a chance to play with the lead to start the third quarter.
That's a good position to be in. In fact, Smithson Valley, the Rangers haven't been in this kind of offensive situation in a long time. So being ahead by 3 points, having the ball first of the second half, great opportunity to put some more points on the board, establish some rhythm, and have some momentum going into this game, rest of the game.
Smithson Valley this season 2-0 and holds a lead at halftime. Obviously the 2 wins this season coming over Canyon and East Central. With all due respect though to the Cougars and Hornets, not quite the challenge the Knights present. Let's see how the Rangers handle their lead as we start the second half. See Casey Wells and Jalen Nutt back deep to receive again. Remember, Ethan Sill, typically one of the return men back deep for the Rangers, not available tonight, and that's a big loss for Smithson Valley in special teams, offensively at wide receiver, and defensively in the secondary as well.
Yeah, he does a little bit of everything, doesn't he?
He does.
It's almost like a Swiss Army knife. He could do anything out there. And so when he's off the field, I mean, you can see the results when he's not in the game.
Now, we saw the Rangers offensively make a strong dedication to running the football. Really effective first half for both Frash and quarterback Levi Williams.
Probably would expect a little bit of the same thing. They may mix it up a little bit better. I know they'd like to get Levi a little bit of a hot hand. If he can complete a few passes and get his rhythm down, that would also help out the running attack then.
To kick the ball away for Steele is Zachary Simmons. And this third quarter is underway off a short kick. And fielded on the run by Nutt. Nutt with a nice return out to the 40-yard line. The Rangers a good starting spot of this upcoming third quarter possession to start the second half, leading 9-6. And there is the senior quarterback Levi Williams, 12 career wins as a starter for Smithson Valley, one of them on this field a year ago. A 43-20 win then over Steele. From his own 40, Williams hands off to Franco, and on first down, Franco takes the defender with him to the 43. 3-yard pickup there, first down to bring up 2nd and 7 on the tackle for Steele was Christian Baldelamar.
You know, Brant, we mentioned during the pregame is that I think it's going to be about the men up there in the trenches that's going to define what's going to happen in this football game. I would say right now the Smithson Valley, both offense and defensive line, has done a great job.
Yeah, right now they are winning that battle of the trenches here tonight, evident by the scoreboard. Second down run for Darlington Frash is corkscrewed down by the defender at the 47. Stop made by Jalen Reed. And the Rangers pick up 3 more yards there. Yeah. Third down and a long 3 to go.
Well, you say a long 3, but it is a manageable 3. And for the way the Rangers have been running the football here lately with both Levi Williams and Frash, this should be something they could pick up.
Early third quarter, 1 minute gone by, 3-point Ranger lead. It is a run for Williams, a quarterback, and he barrels his way for the first up to the Steele 48-yard line, more the same of what we saw in the first half.
Yeah. And again, it's just that delayed quarterback read, and he's kind of picking his hole right up the middle. And the offensive line, the interior front line of Logan Smith, Mausagimba, Smith, Brooks, and Copeney, they're doing a great job of containing that front 4 of the Steele Knights.
And really seeing a lot of Williams' runs come between center and guard.
Yeah.
On first down, here's a run up right guard for Franco. And how about Mark Franco, another impressive Ranger gallop down to the 39-yard line for 9 more yards, 2nd down and 1 to go.
I think what we're seeing too, that last play, for instance, is a good example, is that sometimes the Smithson Valley lineman, like that time 65 Makangimbo, he was able to get to the second level and seal the linebacker off where he can't get into the flow to make the tackle, and it gives Franco and Frost an opportunity to pick up those extra yards.
On 2nd down and short, Williams hands to Franco again behind left guard, turns out another Ranger first to the Steele 35-yard line.
They're not doing anything fancy. It's just running between the tackles. And as if they keep moving the chains, again, being ahead of the chains means it's 2nd and short, 3rd and short. That's the situation that Coach Larry Hill, when he calls the play, that's what his goal is on that particular first down.
And we talked about playing with the lead for the Rangers. This is their opening drive of the 3rd quarter, and it's already taken off 2.5 minutes off the clock. On first down here is Williams putting his head down and lumbers forward to the 30. Makes the 31 for 4 yards there before he is dragged down by Carter. And now 2nd down and 6 to go.
Interesting call here. 2nd and long, but you know what? They've been running left and running right between the tackles. Maybe a little play action pass. Maybe they're setting something up for a little quick hitch to the wideouts. Great opportunity to do this.
Full moon out tonight here at Linoff Stadium. From our view here, the press box out to the far side of the field. 2nd down and 6 to go from the 36-yard line. Williams trying to bounce it to the outside, slicing it back inside. And it takes 5 Knights to bring him down at around the 29-yard line. About 2.5 yards there for the Rangers' senior quarterback. And now 3rd down and 4 to go.
Yeah, they kept wanting to go outside the tackle the last 2 plays. They didn't get as much yardage. Again, when we look at the Steele defense, they've got a lot of athletes that have a lot of speed. So the wider you go horizontal, it gives their pursuit an opportunity to come and get you. That time, Levi Williams was able to get upfield quick enough, and the pursuit took him.
Haven't seen a single pass on this drive. We won't see one here as Mark Franco picks his way through the nice defense and drives down to the 20-yard line for 9 more yards. 1st down, Smithson Valley.
I tell you what, 52, Devin Smith, 6'4", 240 junior center for the Smithson Valley Rangers, did a nice job just moving his man, Christian Baltimore, 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. Great job.
More than 4 minutes off the clock, 3rd quarter. Smithson Valley on top, 9-6. Touchdown here in this drive makes it a 2-possession lead. A field goal keeps it a 1-score game. On first down, Williams again calls his own number, the number 13, and moves the legs forward to the 17-yard line for 4 more yards. And you got to wonder, how much of a physical toll the Knights front 7 can take here, because the Rangers are getting a lot of push up front.
They are getting a good push, and again, credit that whole interior line and taking a lot of time off the clock too. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter, still on the opening series.
Yep, 5 minutes now expired off the clock. 2nd down and 6 inside the red zone. Williams facing a blitz, hands off to Frash, bouncing it to his right, looking for a block in a lane as a flag flies behind the play. As Frash is going to lose yardage to the 19-yard line, but we'll check the penalty marker.
Yeah, this may be offensive holding, unfortunately. It looked like Copenhagen had a piece of jersey on the defensive end, and that gave Frash the opportunity to get around the corner. Yeah.
It's the hold against Smithson Valley. And Steele will accept that one to make it 2nd and 16.
It's okay to use your hands. It's okay to grab inside the shoulder pads. But when the defender is trying to make separation and the body turns, referees will always call it if you still have a hold of that jersey. And that's what happened at Copenhagen.
That's the moment you have to disengage if you're the blocker.
You do.
So 2nd and 16 now from the 27. Teetsman, Radaball, and Rivera the receivers on 2nd down and long. Williams on the draw to Frash up the middle inside the 20. Crawls forward to the 18, so gets the penalty yardage back on a gain of 9 yards there, close to it. And now 3rd down and 7 to go.
Third down and 7. Interesting call here. What do? You try to pick up the first down. You just try to get in position. What is that call going to be? You going to throw the football in this situation or not? They've had a lot of success just running between the tackles with Frosch.
Rangers using up a lot of the play clock. They have plenty of time, though, as signals come in for the sidelines. Williams relays those to his teammates, and here we go. Third down and 7 inside the 20. Williams on the throw. It's incomplete, or is it picked off? No. It goes off the hands of Rivera, nearly in the hands of the defender, Xavier Player, far side of the field. Brings up fourth down, and it brings out Mason Reed.
I kind of like the call if it would have been executed, but it was just a little bit of too hot of a pass for Rivera to handle it.
This a 35-yard field goal attempt. Reed made earlier tonight from 21 yards away, but did miss a PAT. The kick is up by Reed, has a distance, and it is good. As Smithson Valley doubles its lead, now on top 12-6. With an even 6 minutes to go in the opening quarter of the second half. Third quarter action, Smithson Valley 12, Steele 6. This is Smithson Valley High School football on the Rangers Network.
Our family at Summer Hill Dental is part of the community, and we've either been Rangers, are Rangers, or soon will be. Dr. Matt Bayless and Summer Hill Dental have been taking care of Ranger smiles for over a decade because we are your Smithson Valley dentist.
And welcome back to Linoff Stadium. 12-6, Smithson Valley on top. Halfway through the third quarter, ensuing kickoff following the field goal made by Mason Reed. Sails into the end zone. And the Knights will get the football for the first time in the third quarter. Down by 6, a 42-yard drive by Smithson Valley to start the second half. Eating up 6 minutes off the third quarter clock and ending on a 35-yard field goal from Mason Reed.
Good way to start the second half that time if you're a Smithson Valley Ranger fan and foe. I guess if you're a foe, then you wouldn't like it. But, again, getting 3 points versus 6 points because they were moving football on them.
The sophomore quarterback Wyatt Beagle on first down on the handoff to Tyson. Sent down to the ground at the 29-yard line by Jackson Stinney. Again, it's starting tonight in place of the injured Ethan Sill. That's good for a 4-yard pickup, second down and 6 for Steele.
Yeah, good job that time about a safety. Stinney coming up, going inside out on this pursuit, making a good tackle in the open field.
Beagle on second down. Off the play fake, fires a pass complete to the 30. And close to a first down, and he's got it and more up to the 37-yard line. Catch made by Tyron Smith, veteran player for Steele, picks up a first down.
Quick hitch out there to Smith, who was split out wide on the top side of the field, and they got enough for the first down. Good inside pursuit by Livingston, making the tackle as well.
Smith was in on a big play last week in the win over the Broncos, a 57-yard touchdown run. On first down here, bobbled completion, hauled in by Daniel Jackson. Off his hands for a moment, reeled it in, and takes it up to the 47 for 9. Second down and 1. Remember, Daniel Jackson had that long catch to end the first half. The Rangers making the tackle just outside the 15-yard line.
Well, now you have Steele moving the football, but mixing it up, a little run, a little pass, a little quick pass. You know, it's just going to be a matter of time that Steele's going to try to get Jackson more into the game plan, Brant.
On first down for the 48s, Beagle, long handoff, and a blatant face mask penalty will be called here against Trey Moore. Got his mitts around the face guard of Jalen Jones, again playing running back for Steele, and this will be a gift-wrapped first down for the Knights.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because actually Trey Moore did a nice job of getting upfield, getting off the block and getting upfield, but when he was trying to reach for the jersey or trying to reach for the ball carrier, his hand inadvertently went around the face mask, and the referee was standing right there.
Both teams have had their issues with flags in district play. The Rangers have been flagged 32 times in their 4 district games, 8 penalties per ball game. Meanwhile, Steele is averaging 9 flags a game for more than 70 yards.
You know, when you say that about Smithson Valley or a Larry Hill coach team, That's unheard of.
Yeah.
You average 8 penalties a game. You know, usually it's much cleaner, much more disciplined.
It's been a tough go, but so far for the Rangers, 2-4 so far this season. Tough 28-0 loss to Judson last week. But leading right now 12-6 at the 4:27 mark of the third. First down for Steele, following the flag. Off the play fake, the sophomore quarterback Beagle fires, completes. And a first down for Daniel Jackson. Tackled the play by Colin Betsy. And now Steele approaching the red zone.
Well, that time Beagle had plenty of time to wait for Jackson to make his break on an out route. And again, Beagle looks a little bit better throwing the football. He looked a little erratic the first half, but I tell you, so far this drive, he's been on the money.
Tough to find a matchup for the Rangers defensively against Jackson. On first down here, Tyson bouncing it to his left. Tyson's only going to pick up the line of scrimmage at the 23-yard line, no gain. Getting back to Jackson, we've talked about this throughout the broadcast. 6'3", 198 pounds. The Rangers' two corners, Steele Knights and Colin Betsy, both measure out at 5'10".
Yeah, definitely a mismatch, and you would think it's only a matter of time that the Steele coaches will try to take advantage of that mismatch.
On 2nd and 10, press coverage here by the Rangers, and now they back off. And you have Beagle looking Jackson's way. He's covered, takes off to run now, gets a crackback block at the 20-yard line, and goes out of bounds. There's a flag. That's a blatant illegal block against Tyron Smith against a defenseless defender, and this should bring the ball back in the penalty.
Well, it sure looked like Beagle was trying to go to Jackson, who was split one-on-one on the left side with Colin Betsy. But Betsy did a nice job of jamming him off the line of scrimmage, so Beagle had to just kind of eat it. And when he was scrambling around the outside, that crackback block on a defensive player is going to get flagged every time.
Every time they throw the penalty marker, wiping out a good run by Beagle on the flag called against Tyron Smith. And we just were talking about the Ranger penalty that gave Steele the first down earlier on this possession. Well, this flag puts the Knights behind schedule. Marks it back at the 36-yard line. And second and long now for Steele from the 36. Beagle facing a four-man rush. Throws over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Jackson, broke it up by Greg Eggleston. And with incomplete pass, it's now 3rd down and 25.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if the Steele coaches could get that back, Tyron Smith, number 6, was wide open on the left side.
I think that a case there of Beagle only going through his first progression.
Exactly.
Looking for Daniel Jackson.
And he would be my first spot to
look
for. Actually,
don't blame him.
But to your point, I mean, you got to look, if he's covered, you got to go to second or third option. And he didn't do it.
If you're thinking about a manageable field goal attempt for Steele, the long on the year for Zachary Simmons is 26 yards. That would make it the 9-yard line. At that point, it would be a first down for Steele. So if they don't get a big chunk here, it might be time for a punt for the Knights on what is 3rd down at officially 23.
There's not a whole lot of real estate to punt in, though. It'd be almost like just a little pooch punt.
And the Rangers are playing very soft coverage here in the secondary. Beagle on the rollout, looking to his left, taking a shot towards the end zone for Jackson, off the hands of Betsy. Over the top coverage, step for step there with Jackson, brings up 4th down.
Good in and out position that time by the safety and the corner, Betsy. In and out on Jackson. He really didn't have a chance unless that ball had to be perfect right in the bucket to be able to make that reception. It just was a little erratic.
Steele's offense stays out there. Might see a pooch punt here from Beagle. If I'm the Rangers, I'm taking everybody back in the secondary. And they are playing 20 yards off the ball. It is a pooch kick, though, by Beagle. Takes a bounce inside the 10, inside the 5, and rolls into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, good series that time by the Ranger defense. They bend a little bit, but they didn't break. And, of course, that illegal crackback block helped them out tremendously.
3:10 left, third quarter. Smithson Valley on top, 12-6. Once down, 6-0. The Rangers defense has really buckled down and played very well since Steele took the opening drive, 75 yards. They have not scored since then, or really come all that close.
Yeah.
And now first down for the 20-yard line for Williams on the offense. Trying to build upon the 6-point lead. It is a run for Frash up the middle. Turns out a couple to the 22-yard line before he's cut down by Cromartie. Second down and 8 to go.
Frash that time taking that little kind of a dive off the right-hand side behind Taylor Brooks and Ronald Company, and it's been working most of the night. That time, pretty good job that time by the defensive front four, though, for the Steele Knights. Not a whole lot there for Frash.
A win tonight by Smithson Valley puts the Rangers very much in the driver's seat for one of those 4 playoff spots in a very competitive 26-6A district. On 2nd and 8, it is a handoff to Wells on the receiver's sweep. Wells looking for a lane, only finds 2 yards to the 24-yard line. Going to make third down kind of tough here. Third down and 6 to go.
Yeah, that's a lot of running with the football to get nowhere, especially after a team like Steele's defense, who has so much speed, Brant, and they can get to the perimeter to the outside so quick, they can close it down.
Yeah, there has not been a whole lot of real estate running wide for the Rangers. A lot of success, though, running between guard and tackle. And now 3rd and 6. The receivers are Gilliam, along with Wells and Rivera. On 3rd down, Williams back to throw. Great protection, airs it out, deep to the far side for Rivera. Stumbles, and the pass is intercepted by Player. Player tackled right away by Rivera, then fumbles the football. Rivera dives on it, and the Rangers, do they get it back? No, the official says that Player was down first. The Rangers sideline, but side itself, and a flag flies as well, right in front of the Smithson Valley bench. It sure appeared that Player did fumble the football before going down. I will say, though, that provided this play holds, that's as good as a punt if you're Smithson Valley.
As good as a punt. Of course, you didn't want to have to punt the football to begin with. But that pass actually was on the outside. If he would have let him more inside, the receiver had inside position, could have ran to it to make the reception. And I tell you, I was seeing that whoever and again, I apologize, I didn't see the number, but whoever the third choice on that pass was wide open. All I had to do is just check it off the long ball and dump it to the side. There was no one out there.
I believe the flag was just a sideline warning against Smithson Valley. So, interception by Williams, just his 2nd this year. And now first down Steele at his own at 31-yard line. With 1:39 to go in the 3rd, it is a running play for Beagle, the quarterback, sent down by Moore. Also good defensive pursuit there by Gibbons for Smithson Valley, or Eggleston, beg your pardon, on the tackles. The flag flies to the 35-yard line.
We got Holden.
Coming back against Steele.
Yeah. What a great play that time by Trey Moore. He's been really active tonight, Brant, and especially the second half. He's been in the backfield just wreaking all kinds of havoc, and that's what you want from your front four. Get back there, get penetration, disrupt whatever the play flow is going to be, and make them bounce outside where your help is.
94 seconds left, 3rd quarter. A defensive affair tonight, a 12-6 Ranger lead. And yes, there have been touchdowns in this game, one for each team, but also with missed PATs. That's how you get to the math of 12-6. 1st and 20 now. Beagle from the play fake completes to Jackson. No, he dropped it. Jackson wanting to turn upfield before bringing in the pass. And that leads to an incompletion, and now 2nd down and 20.
We can't fault Wyatt Beagle that time. That was right on the money. I think Jackson just turned his head and tried to look upfield before securing the football.
Daniel Jackson has an older brother playing Power 5 football at Oklahoma. Defensive end Mark Jackson, a Sooner, former Steele Knights. Younger brother Daniel will be an FBS player himself not long from now. 2nd and 20. Back to throw Beagle. Over the middle, a strike complete to Smith and breaks a tackle. Across the 40, inside of midfield and down to the Ranger 44-yard line.
Well, Smith's been open a lot this half, and I tell you what, finally Beagle had his number. He was wide open over the middle between the 2 linebackers. It was a good pass and catch run after that. And that's what you want to see is what does the receiver do once he catches the ball, how he gets upfield and makes some yardage out of it. Good job.
Gain of 35 for the Knights. Beagle from under center turns to his right, hands off to Tyson. Tyson, a nice run. picking his way through the Ranger defense for about 7 more yards. 2nd down and 3 to go.
You sense a little bit of the momentum now has shifted on the Steele side. It had been on the Smithson Valley side, but after that big passing catch, things have kind of looked a little different.
Final 30 seconds, 3rd quarter, 12-6 Ranger lead. Steele threatening, though, at the Smithson Valley 37-yard line, faced with 2nd down and 3. Beagle from the gun, and the right tackle moved. Or I beg your pardon, Steven Atkins, as Steele was playing with 2 tight ends there. Atkins the one that jumps, and Steele goes from 2nd and 3 to 2nd down and 8.
That can make a big difference right here. Because you're kind of in that middle of the field, no man's land. You really have to pick up this 1st down to have any opportunity to score.
Penalties have played a huge role in this game so far tonight.
Yeah, it sure has.
And for Steele, a couple of killer ones here in this 3rd quarter offensively. Should be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Beagle to throw. Good protection. Unloads a pass. Open man. Jones overshot him. Jalen Jones got behind the defense of Jalen Nutt, but the pass is off target, and the Rangers will take a 6-point lead going to the final 12 minutes. Your score at the end of 3, Rangers 12, Steele Knights 6. This is Smithson Valley High School football on the Rangers Network.
Principal Wall. Do I need to make an appointment with you at Dr. Bayless at Snoring Solutions so you can get a better night's sleep?
Yes.
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 Dr. Bayless and Snoring Solutions can help you get a good night's sleep without the use of CPAP machines or surgery. Visit Snoring Solutions today.
Action underway. Steele on 3rd down and 8 to start the 4th quarter. It is a run and a 1st down for Tylee Tyson. First play starting at the Ranger 42, winds up inside the Smithson Valley 30. Good 3rd down play for Steele. 4th quarter underway with the Rangers on top, 12-6. Another white knuckle affair in this one. The Rangers have seen their share of those this year, and Geff, you've seen a couple of yourself. Yeah. The opener against Midland Lee and a non-district game as well against Madison.
Exactly. They always come down to the wire when you're playing against Smithson Valley.
First down play for the 32 is a run for Jones. Jones with a flag down, takes the ball inside the 25 at about the 23-yard line, but the penalty marker marked at the 32. This one might come back again.
It sure looked like that Eggleston had a chance to get him in the backfield. And just, again, the speed on this Steele football team is it's deceptive. You feel like you got them in the grasp. They just turn on a burst of speed. And that time Eggleston wasn't able to come up with a tackle.
Head coach David Sines hot right now on the sideline for Steele. I think the Knights were looking for a late hit against Livingston on the tackle of Jones. And here's the call. Illegal formation again called against the Knights. Steele 5-2 this season, 3-1 in 26 6A play, tied for 2nd in the district standings, and riding a 3-game winning streak with the Rangers holding tough, leading 12-6 as the flag marks it 5 yards back to about the 37-yard line.
Well, it looks like they brought in their tight end, number 45, Christian Garza. He's a sophomore, 225 pounds. Whenever they bring him in, they like to run that little off counter to with Tyson. So just take a look, see if that's what they're going to do.
And again, Tylee Tyson starting tonight in place of the injured Robert Collins, the team's leading rusher. 1st and 15. Beagle off the play fake to throw. Going deep towards the end zone. Broken up. How about Christian Romano? Man-to-man coverage down the field against Daniel Jackson. Makes a play to bring up 2nd down.
That was great defensive positioning and great defensive play to be looking back for the football and then breaking your hands to disrupt the pass from being caught. It was beautiful. Great time, great play.
A touchdown at saving pass breakup there by Romano. Romano does have a little bit more size than Betsy or Nutt do. Romano is 6 feet, maybe more equipped to defend against the 6'3 Jackson. On second down and 15. Pass to the far side, caught by Jackson, wrapped up by Romano, and McElroy inside the 30 at the 28 for 9. Will bring up third down and 6 in what could be 4-down territory for Steele.
I think it's just like what we witnessed the first drive by Steele in the first quarter during that kind of situation where it's 4-down territory because you can't punt the ball, but they're out of field goal range.
Well, they're going to mark this about third down and 7 at the 29.
They didn't get a favorable mark.
Smith, a big catch early in the drive, comes in motion on third down. It is a run for Tyson behind right guard, charging up to the 25 for 4 to set up fourth down and 2 to go. Make it 4th and 3, and Steele, as we thought, keeps his offense on the football field.
Absolutely.
The Rangers defense has been up to task all night tonight. They've already forced 1 turnover on downs. Can they do it a second time?
They'll bring in Jalen Jones, too, with his height. Jackson split down here wide.
It's a run on the sweep. Jones breaks a tackle. Jones in traffic, lunging for first down yardage right at the sticks of the 22.
Well, it's going to be close.
And no measurement needed. He got it.
That's the second time when Jalen Jones is in the ball game. They want to get it to him and let him run with the football wide. I guess he's got some really good speed. And I'll tell you what, he did a little nifty move at the end to be able to pick up the first down.
10 minutes left, fourth quarter. A 12-6 Ranger lead as now Beagle operates under center. Hands off to Tyson. A little counter move in the backfield. Doesn't yield a lot. As we see Gibbons, Eggleston, both there on the tackle for Smithson Valley. No gain. In fact, they're going to mark Tyson back for a loss at the 24-yard line. Second down and 11 to go.
They ran that kind of play all during the first half with pretty good success, putting Bagel underneath the center and just handing the ball deep in the backfield and Tyson, and let Tyson just pick and choose what hole he wants to run through.
Lone receiver is Jackson, and it gets tight coverage from Romano. Looking his way, he broke away from the press coverage. It has to catch to the sidelines for a first down inside the 10, but a flag marked back at the 21-yard line. Right around the point where both Romano and Jackson were engaged.
It's going to be against Smithson Valley.
Offsides a call against Romano, declined, and now goal to go for Steele at the 5-yard line.
Yeah, that was, I'll tell you what, Jackson did a nice job getting away from the press coverage from Romano, be able to swat and swim in and get in the open field, and Bagel did a nice job just getting in the ball right in the breadbasket.
First and goal from the 5. The deepest the Knights have been since their opening drive of the game. Here is a run for Tyson, cutting it upfield, and ties the game. Flag is in, though. This might come back. Flag back at the 3 as it stands right now. It is a 12-12 game, and this one's coming back.
Yeah,
a hold against Steele.
Wow. Huge. That is huge.
The Knights just can't seem to get out of their own way in the second half. So many flags negating big offensive plays.
And, you know, they wouldn't have called that unless it was obvious because it was a quick hit and run and play right off the tackle. And unless someone had turned the body, grabbed and tackled someone, they would have flown it. They would have thrown the flag.
And now it's goal to go from the 13 and first down with 9:19 left and the Rangers on top by a touchdown. Beagle looking to throw. Nobody open to his left. Takes off to run. Beagle looking for the sideline. He's got it and out of bounds at the 4. Forced out by McElroy. 9-yard gain there to bring up second and goal.
You know, Beagle showed some wheels that time when he had to scramble and get outside. You know, he's been throwing the football or handing the football off most of the game, but he actually has 3 touchdowns and 161 yards of rushing the ball. So he can run the football effectively.
On second and goal, Beagle gives to Tyson, looking for the corner, lunging forward. Did he get in? No signal yet. And they're going to mark his knee down and place the ball inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah. Great play that time by Corey McElroy, getting out there, scraping from his linebacker position. You'll be able to make the play and keep him out of the end zone.
Big package comes in here for Steele as we see Atkins check in at tight end.
Yep.
So we'll see two tight ends on goal to go inside the 1. Beagle under center. Keeps it himself. Beagle pushing the line forward. And did he score? I don't see the hands up yet from the officials. I don't think he scored. He did not. Or no, he did, I beg your pardon. A delayed call there, and we are now tied at 12.
That was just a good old school quarterback sneak. I don't know what the situation was with the referees, but he looked like he made it by 2 or 3 yards.
And again, this is not a gimme here. Both teams have missed point after touchdowns tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Zachary Simmons for the lead. That miss early this evening, his first one of the year. Off a high snap, this kick is up. Simmons this time is good, and the Knights are back in front, 13-12. 8:16 left, fourth quarter. This is Smithson Valley High School football on the Rangers Network.
Chicken Express is the place for legendary chicken tenders, the freshest sides, and the best sweet tea in Texas, Chicken E Sweet Tea. Let's give a big thank you to the Brown family for supporting all the high schools in the area for over a decade. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express.
Linoff Stadium, Steele back in front, 13-12, 8:20 left. Fourth quarter, a 1-yard touchdown run by Wyatt Beagle. The only 2 scores of the night for Steele have come off the legs of their sophomore quarterback Beagle. Steele leading for the first time in the second half now. Here is Simmons' ensuing kickoff. It's short. And it's picked up by Nutt at the 25. Jalen Nutt is dropped out of bounds at around the 32-yard line. Ranger football down by a point with a little more than 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
You know, I think the Smithson Valley offense is in good hands with senior Levi Williams with all of his game experience. I think this is the type of game where we're going to see him really shine. And I'll tell you, he's done a great job with his running and with his legs, but he's also done a pretty good job with his throwing as well. We'll see what the play call looks at this time on this drive, how they mix it up.
You will see Fortone, the low setback here on first down. Williams keeping it himself, looking for a lane, and spun down at the 36 for 5. Second down, 5 to go for the Rangers, approaching 8 minutes to go in the fourth, trailing by 1.
Nothing would be better right now than a slow, methodical drive and take all the time off the clock and go down the field like they did starting the second half.
So many down-to-the-wire games this year from the Rangers, involved in another one here with a lot on the line. On second and 5, here's Franco on the carry. Franco, the nice burst across the 40. Close to the marker. They'll give him 4.5 yards just beyond the 40-yard line to bring up third down and short.
Running behind Logan Smith, 6'4", 245 senior. He did a nice job coming in, sealing the linebacker. That gave Franco that little bit of that crease he needed on that left-hand side.
Huddle breaks, and Williams goes to work out of the shotgun. On third down and less than a yard. Motion from Wells. On the keeper, Williams breaks a tackle to backfield, putting his shoulder pads down, and garners the first at the 42-yard line at a gain of 2.
Yeah, not a very sexy looking play, but I tell you what, it's good for the first down. That's all that matters. You just needed 2 yards.
Not many throws in the second half from Williams, really for the entire game. I want to say, Geff, I can only recall 1 or 2 throws by Levi since halftime.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they realize we can win this football game by just, taking care of the time clock and running the football.
On first down, here's the blitz. It is Fortone. Not many carries tonight for Fortone. In fact, I believe that one was his first. It doesn't pick up a yard as he is dropped at the 42-yard line. On the tackle there for Steele was Michael Sereno. Second down and 10.
Again, Austin Howell, 44, the tight end, checks in, so they can change the play call up here a little bit when you got that tight end in their package.
On second and 10, Williams off the play fake. Going down the field, and it is caught by Rivera on the deflection. Inside the 20, inside the 10. Touchdown, Smithson Valley, 58 yards.
That's just great concentration and never giving up on the football and keeping your eye on it, bringing it in. That's just a great play that time. Exactly what the Rangers needed at this point in the football game.
Xavier Player, who picked off Williams earlier in the half, had that ball go off his hands right into the awaiting arms of Chris Rivera. His first touchdown of the season could not have come at a better time.
Absolutely. In fact, you nailed it. Player had great position, broke on the ball. He just couldn't catch it. He deflected it into the hands of the receiver.
And now the Rangers going for 2 for a 7-point lead. Williams on the 2-point conversion, rolls out. Williams throws low and incomplete. He had a man, and that was Garrett Brooks. But the pass again falls incomplete, and the Rangers will settle for 6 and a 5-point lead with 6:04 to go in the fourth quarter. This is Smithson Valley High School football on the Rangers Network.
Smoky Mo's is great. You can feed a whole bunch of people on a little bit of money. It's perfect for Friday nights.
My boy's a football player, and this fills him up. The brisket is awesome.
I like brisket and sweet brisket. I can't say it.
They have the best turkey, brisket, sausage in all of Comal County.
I agree, and the kids love it too.
You're never going to play offensive line for the Rangers eating salad. Come get some beef.
Get your guns up!
Go Rangers!
Welcome back to Linoff Stadium. Smithson Valley coming off a home run play. 58-yard touchdown pass. Levi Williams hooking up with Chris Rivera for the Rangers, their longest passing play this season by more than 20 yards. And it comes in the fourth quarter of a 26-6A game to put Smithson Valley on top 18-13.
Well, you just sensed something good had to happen because the Rangers have been working so hard offensively, and that was the play we needed.
2-point conversion was no good. Keeping the Ranger lead at 5 as a fair catch is called for and made by Darren McKnight at the 20. That will take the ball out to the 25-yard line. 6:04 left, fourth quarter. Steele coming off a touchdown drive of its own with the football. Both teams, all 3 timeouts left. But an important drive coming up here for Steele.
Yeah, real important for the Ranger defense to rise up and try to get 3 and out, or at least stifle their drive and get the ball back in your offensive hands so they can eat some more time off the clock. And I've been real impressed with how they've been methodically running the football and being in front of the chains for a chance. How about that? Chains for change.
Change for change and for a chance.
I like that.
On first down, it is a run for Tyson, sent back. Holbeck and Eggleston both there for Smithson Valley. Credit Will Gibbons as well. A loss back to the 19-yard line of 6. Brings up second and 16, and a Steele player, it's Tyson, slow to get up.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's his shoulder or his elbow or something, but I'll tell you what, this Smithson Valley front 4 defensively has blown that play up. And I'll tell you, there's a host of 3 or 4 Rangers that just really got after Tyson and slammed him to the turf, and he's hurting right now.
And this already is short-handed backfield for Steele without Robert Collins, without DeQuavion Thomas, and now without Tylee Tyson. On second and 16, play fake for the quarterback Beagle. High throw, it is incomplete off the hands of Tyron Smith. We'll set up third down, 16 to go with 5:42 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Rangers have the Knights offense in a bad spot right now.
Yeah, they sure do. Huge opportunity right here is to go incomplete or hold them and really have to punt the football, and you get some decent field position out of it. Huge play.
If you're Smithson Valley, you might want to double cover Daniel Jackson here. Lines up against Nutt to the right of Beagle. On third down and 16, the sophomore back to throw, facing the blitz, steps up and throws high. It is complete at the 28-yard line, beg your pardon, the 32. Not enough, though, for the first down. Brings up 4th and 4 for Steele, following the catch made by Smith. And what will Coach Sines do here?
Well, you feel like you're going to have to go for it because you're not going to punt him out at your advantage. You're going to have to go for it here.
Yeah, they will. 4th down and 3, but the risk you run here if you're Steele, if you don't get this, Smithson Valley takes over deep in Knight territory. And now Coach Sines calls for timeout. Play clock was winding down. And time to think about this decision, but also an important timeout burned by Steele. That's their first. They have 2 remaining.
Looked like they put Jalen Jones one-on-one over there with Betsy on the far side. I think they want to get that kind of matchup. They really do, because they don't need, 4 or 5 yards for the first down. That's all you need.
I wonder,
something
though,
quick hitch or something.
But Steele's been able to run the football with more success here in the second half. Now, you do have athletic receivers in Jones and in Jackson. Arguably, they have matchup advantages against Smithson Valley's corners, but on 4th and 3, do you trust your sophomore to make that throw, or do you trust your running game?
You know, it's a great question. If I'm the quarterback, I think Beagle's been throwing the football good the second half. And those short to intermittent routes he's been hitting, or at least it's been hitting the receivers in the hand. So this is a tough call. I'm glad I'm not me making the call, actually.
Offense stays out there. Do keep in mind, Beagle is the team's punter, but can't imagine Steele is pooch punting here.
Press.
4th and 3. Out of the timeout. The sophomore quarterback takes a snap. It's a free play at an offsides jump by the Rangers. The pass is nearly picked off at the far sideline. Is it a catch?
I think he's out of bounds. No?
They're saying Jones made the catch at the 45-yard line for the first down. A free play for Steele. Heads-up play by Beagle to take a shot anyway, knowing he had a first down either way, and completes it to Jalon Jones inside of Ranger territory.
And we're going to have a referee huddle and talk this out. From our angle, it looked like he was out of bounds, but
it's a catch.
Well, and it was offsides by the Rangers anyway, so they would have had enough for the first down, even if it was an incomplete pass.
But a difference there of 5 yards and what winds up being 23 on the pickup.
And again, Jalen Jones coming in and being involved in the offensive call. It's amazing.
5:29 left, 5-point Ranger lead. Steele's football to 45. Whistles before the next snap.
As the chains weren't set.
There you go. C.J. Bledsoe, by the way, the one in the backfield now, filling in for the injured Tylee Tyson. On first down, Beagle throws complete to Smith. Running left, Smith tripped up at about the 40 and walks out of bounds at the 42. That's good for 3. 2nd and 7 as we approach 5:20 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Livingston tried to get out there and make the tackle a couple of yards shorter than that, but just couldn't get there in time.
On 2nd down, Beagle hands off. Bledsoe stumbles forward to the 39 for 3 more. 3rd and 4 for Steele is Tyson. Good sign for the Knights. We'll check back into the game. And again, believe here, Geff, 4 down territory for Steele.
Absolutely. And the defensive front 4 looks a little bit gassed. You know, you can see them wear down a little bit. This might be an opportunity for a timeout to at least give them a quick break, because this is a crucial time in the game right here.
Jackson will line up against Nutt to the right of Beagle, and Smith lines up to his left. And out comes in motion. Beagle on the option, pitches to Smith. He's got room. Smith able to evade a defender, but the flag flies as Smith picks up the first down. This will come back again. Another first down play for Steele, wiped out due to a penalty.
Let's hold on here.
Unless they pick it up. And yes,
yeah,
they'll wave off the flag.
He did. Yeah. Good looking play now for a first down. I tell you what, Greg Egglestein had a great opportunity to make a tackle in the backfield and just missed, again, a missed opportunity and missed tackle. We've seen several of those tonight.
Smith took that ball to the 34-yard line. 4:41 to go. It's a touchdown or bust drive here for Steele. Field goal doesn't do them any good. On first down, Beagle off the high snap, hauls it in, fires a completion, no, broken up by Betsy. Defending against Smith near his sideline. 2nd down and 10.
Good job by Betsy and a great close on the receiver from that pass. I think maybe the high snap kind of helped the timing of that being a little off. Betsy was able to recover and block the ball down.
There have been a few high snaps tonight from Aaron Runn, the center for the Knights, as they set up shop on 2nd and 10. It is a long handoff. No, a keeper for Beagle. Sent down to the 31-yard line, only 3 yards there on the run. Tackle made by Senny and McElroy, and 4:20 to go in the game, and what is, again, 4-down territory for the Knights approaching the Ranger 30-yard line.
Again, 3rd and long, and what do we think that, Steele's going to do? They'll probably keep doing what they're wanting to do when you've got now, again, Jalen Jones in the game, along with Jackson on the wideouts.
3rd and 7. Beagle looking right, going deep towards the end zone for Jones. Jones leaps and cannot bring it in. How about the coverage at the sideline by Betsy to bring up 4th down and 7.
Huge play that time by Betsy. He had great inside position on Jones. Even though Jones could outleap him, Betsy, because of his position, made it very difficult for him to make that catch.
Saw Steele convert a 4th down earlier in the quarter going this direction. This, though, 4th and 7 at the 31. Jones and Jackson again, the receivers wide. Pass is caught by Jackson at the 22-yard line on a strike thrown by Beagle. 1st down, Steele.
No hesitation that time by Beagle. He just knew exactly where he was going to go with Jackson. And I tell you what, that was just a good passing catch for 1st down. Well executed.
There you see Jackson run that dig route while Smith in the slot ran deep.
Yep.
The Rangers took the deep route, left Jackson open for just a moment and a 1st down. Beagle with the handoff. Tyson back into the game. Tyson slicing his way down to the 20 for a couple more with 3:30 to go in the 4th quarter. 18-13 Ranger lead. And now 2nd down and 8 for Steele.
Crucial time now for the Ranger defense to do something, create some sort of havoc. A negative play would be really nice, or a turnover at this point.
Clock not an issue for the Knights. They have plenty of time, but again, this is touchdown or bust. Even though Steele is in field goal territory now, don't know why they go for one in this situation. 2nd and 8 for the 20. Beagle to throw again. And behind Jones, some miscommunication there between the sophomore quarterback, Wyatt Beagle, and the receiver, Jalon Jones, a junior. 3rd down and 8.
Yeah, Jones was never thinking he was going to get the football. He kept kind of walking around, running vertical. And I think Beagle thought he was going to break it off and cut out.
Looked like a back shoulder play there for Steele, but again,
Almost.
Jones never turned back for the football.
No, he kept going vertical.
3rd and 8, and again, 4-down territory for the Knights.
A lot of 4 down.
Oh, yeah. Okay, because we keep saying it, this is touchdown or bust for Steele. So they have 2 plays to pick up 8 yards. On 3rd down, it is a run up the middle for Tyson and dragged down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line, short of the 1st down by a long yard, or short 2, as we approach 3 minutes to go in the game.
4th down and 2.
Well, here we go.
4th and 2. Beagle out of the shotgun. Off the play fake. Fires. Complete inside the 10 and down to the 4-yard line. Daniel Jackson, another big catch in this game. And the Knights on the doorstep of the lead.
Yeah. Number 2 receiver goes vertical. The number 1 receiver comes in. It's wide open. When you're playing a soft corner like that, it's going to be open because the outside receiver, when he breaks in, will have inside position. and it's an easy pass and catch.
Now time is a factor if you're Smithson Valley here.
Yeah.
Steele is going to take a lot of time between plays here, trying to use as much clock as possible before scoring.
Yeah, they're huddling up too.
Whistles before the next snap. Timeout, Steele. And again, time is not a huge factor if you're the Knights, so this isn't a costly timeout in terms of stopping the clock later in the game, provided they do score here.
Exactly.
So one timeout left with 2:25 to go.
There's too many games like this. You know, you have to come down to the very last of the fourth quarter. Come on. Let's just make it easy on ourselves, huh? No, this is what makes it so exciting, and that's why this 26-6A is such a tough district, Brant. And we know that every week you've got to come out with your A game or you're going to lose, because every one of these teams are capable of beating you. Tonight's no exception. Again, we knew these two juggernaut type of football programs, they're both good. Even though they may both be down this year, they've got a lot of talent out there.
They really do.
And it's been a great ball game so far.
A playoff-like atmosphere so far tonight. And with 2:25 to go, but the ball at the 4-yard line, the run is still very much in the playbook for Steele. In fact, they may prefer it to take some time off the clock. Here's a run on first down by Beagle to his left. Beagle turns the corner and scores. Steele back in front, 19-18. Wyatt Beagle with his third rushing touchdown of the night. And Steele has to go for two.
They're going for two.
Looking for a 3-point lead. Boy, the missed PATs in this game looming large right now.
Yeah. Look for Jackson. He's one-on-one at the top.
Beagle with an empty backfield on the 2-point try. Motion from Jackson. And they can hand to him and then reverse to Smith, but the whistles blow before the play.
They had the play lined up where it's going to be a throwback to Beagle on the backside.
A little Philly special there.
Yeah.
From Steele.
The Philly special, exactly.
But the whistle blew before the play. Steele called for a false start. And now the 2-point try comes from the 8-yard line. A stop means a field goal could win it if you're Smithson Valley.
Well, it looks like they changed it up. Nutt's going to go one-on-one with Jackson down here.
2-point try. A jump ball for Smith. Turns, the pass is incomplete. Broken up by Livingston. The Ranger defense holds. It remains a 1-point Steele lead with 2:19 to go.
There's a lot more football to be played in 2 minutes and 19 seconds. There's no telling what's going to happen.
Well, don't go anywhere. Much more Smithson Valley football coming up on the Rangers Network.
We've got spirit. Yeah, we do. Fill up your tank and support the Rangers, too. When you get gas, look for the Rangers Spirit Pump, because Pit Stop and Fishers are donating a percentage of sales from that pump to the Smithson Valley Athletic Booster to support our student athletes. Get gas here and fill up the Booster Club's bank. Here's where you can find your spirit pumps. When you see it, pull up and fill up, Rangers.
And welcome back to Linoff Stadium. Final 2:19 of the fourth quarter. Rangers trailing 19-18. The Knights scoring again. Touchdown drive engineered 75 yards by Wyatt Beagle, scoring himself for the third time tonight, the sophomore quarterback. And this game has featured now 4 lead changes, 2 coming in this fourth quarter alone.
What more would you expect? I mean, anything less than this? Really? Between these two schools?
Been a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And a do or die drive coming up now for Smithson Valley. Here is Simmons' kick. Wells to return from the 7. The freshman out across the 20, breaks a tackle, and then crunched down to the 24-yard line.
Good hard run that time by the freshman Wells, getting what he could right off the side. Getting hit a couple times again, but the main thing is hanging on to the football.
Smithson Valley did score on its last possession, an electric 58-yard touchdown pass. Levi Williams to Chris Rivera. Now the field goal range for Reed would require reaching the 23-yard line. His career long is 40 yards.
Yeah. And there's no wind at all tonight.
They would have to go 52 yards from here to get to the 23-yard line. First down, it is a passing play and an incompletion. Williams to Rivera to his right, second down and 10.
It looked like Levi just kind of rushed that pass. He didn't have to run it and try to throw it so hot. He's out there just as a third option. He just laid it out there for him.
Steele fans making noise here on second down and 10. You feel as if the Rangers could still run the football in this possession. Williams to throw. Over the middle. Got a man at the 45-yard line. Rivera breaks a tackle. Cutting it to his right. Inside of midfield and down to the Steele 48-yard line.
Now that was the Levi Williams that I've seen all last year, hitting it right on the money, coming across the middle on a skinny post play to Rivera. That was a huge play right there to get him out of their backs out of the end zone.
Gain of 27 yards. Big bounce back game tonight for Chris Rivera. On first down. Williams facing the blitz. Takes off to run. 45, 40. And down to the Steele 36-yard line. Picks up 12 more with 95 seconds to go. As Smithson Valley is now about 14 yards outside of Mason Reed's field goal range.
What a great call when you got an outside blitz and you rip him with a quarterback keep right up the middle. Great call, great run that time by Levi Williams.
Smithson Valley, 3 timeouts left. Steele only has 1. First down for the 37. Steele breaking another blitz. Williams steps up against the pressure and sacked. Back to the 45-yard line by Broderick Howard. His 3rd sack this year. Back at the 43, a loss of 7, and the Rangers spend their first timeout.
Yeah, I'll tell you, if you want a sack, that would be the time to do it. It looks like he came right up the middle, beat his one-on-one block that time with Taylor Brooks, and made a big play that time for Steele.
68 seconds to go, minute 8 on the clock, 2 timeouts left for Smithson Valley, but now behind schedule here on second down and 17.
Yeah. Big call right here. You try to pick up as much yardage as you can, get yourself in position for third. Try to pick up one more first down if you could to get yourself in, I think, more predictable field goal range.
And again, Smithson Valley would need to pick up a first down, though, on this series in order to get into field goal range. The down marker to gain is the 26-yard line, and that would make it a 43-yard attempt. Reed's career long is 40.
Yeah. Again, no wind, so no wind fits your back.
That's right.
No wind in your face.
Nothing to aid you, nothing to hurt you.
No.
After the timeout, Rangers take the field at offense again. See Frash check in and running back, and the crowd again on its feet. Second and 17. Williams off the play fake. Williams throws deep. Got a receiver, Teachman, but it's broken up. Nice play made by Mason Sharp, the junior safety. Knocked it away, and it brings up third down and 17.
Yeah, you can't blame me. That was just well executed by the safety that time. Sharp, who came across and knocked the ball down just at the right moment.
Now, Smithson Valley doesn't need all 17 yards on this play, but they need a chunk to make fourth down manageable. And it appears that Steele is sending 3 safeties back deep, keeping the play in front of them. Williams takes off to run. Williams breaks a tackle, 35, and down to the 34-yard line. So there picks up 9 to make fourth down manageable, and the Rangers call for their second timeout with 52 seconds to go.
Well, A different kind of call in that situation, but you know what? It's a pretty good call because they've been getting a lot of mileage out of that little quarterback draw right up the middle. It's just wish you wouldn't have to make up so much yardage out of that kind of play because it's only going to give him that 10 or 12 yards.
Right.
This is huge. This is kind of the ball game right here.
It is. If Smithson Valley doesn't convert, they only have one timeout left. This would end the game. And they are not close enough for a true field goal attempt for Mason Reed. This will be 51 yards away, 11 yards further than his career long.
All the fans are standing up. I'll tell you what, everything's riding on this play right here.
An intense back and forth game all night. Each team trading haymakers. Can the Rangers deliver one more? Here's your game. And Smithson Valley will send out Reed to attempt from 51 yards out. What a call here. A career long for the win, and now Coach Signs calls for his third and final timeout.
You think it was a fake?
I don't think he was expecting to see the field goal team come out.
Exactly.
I don't think the Rangers were drawing up a fake there. I can't imagine Reed is going to attempt from this distance.
Yeah.
Really curious to see what the Rangers do following this timeout.
I'm curious to know. I guess Coach Hill didn't think he had a play that he knew would get you 8 or 9 yards. And so you go out there with your field goal team trying to catch your opponent maybe offsides, trying to draw them offsides, get you a little bit closer, then you send your offense back out there to pick it up.
Reed stays out there, and he's going to give this a shot. A 51-yard attempt for the lead and maybe for the win. Gilliam to hold. Off the snap from John Beck. Set down, kick is up by Reed. End over end kick, has a leg, and the kick is on target. It's good. And the Rangers take a 21-19 lead with 48 seconds to go.
Brant, that had another 8 yards to go. It cleared the crossbar with about 8 yards. That thing could have gone closer to 60 yards.
A career long for Mason Reed, and what a time for it. A kicker who missed a PAT earlier in the game just drilled a 51-yard field goal for the lead with 48 seconds left.
You talk about having confidence in the kid, Coach Hill, to make that kind of call with the game riding on it, and having your kicker kick one that he's never kicked that far before.
Now,
and believing in him.
Throughout the entire drive, it kept relaying the fact that the career long for Reed was 40 yards. You have to reach 23. That's his in-game career long. We don't come out to every practice.
Exactly.
We don't come out to every warm-up. It's quite possible the coaches obviously see Reed hitting 50-yarders in practice and in scrimmages, whatever the case may be, have the confidence to make the call, and Reed comes through.
The ball's in the middle of the field. There's no wind for to deviate it. It's a great opportunity to kick it if he has confidence in him.
The game, though, is not over. However, Steele is out of timeouts with 48 seconds to go, trailing 21-19. And Reed to kick off.
Jalen Jones and Smith are back.
They're dangerous. It is a short kick. Fair catch called for, made by McKnight at the 18 to take the ball out to the 25-yard line. Now you think about a field goal try if you're Steele. The career long for Zachary Simmons is only 26 yards away.
Yeah.
That would require taking the ball down to the 9-yard line. And that's 66 yards from this spot.
And here we go. You know you're going to have Jalen Jones in there, and you've got Daniel Jackson, main targets, no timeouts, 48 seconds.
Here we go. Buckle up. From the 25. Beagle off a deep drop. Pass deflected and intercepted by Witcher. Off the deflection. Trey Witcher comes through with a pick, and the Rangers are going to win it here at Linoff Stadium.
Trey Moore came off his defensive end, got his hands up, and deflected the ball. Beautiful technique. When you can't get to the quarterback, get your hands up and jump high.
What a turn of events. about 5 minutes of real time ago, the Rangers were faced with 3rd and 17, well beyond field goal range of Mason Reed. They only pick up 9 yards on 3rd down. Reed then drills a 51-yard field goal, and on the very next play, an interception for Trey Witcher ends it as Smithson Valley will pick up his 3rd win of the year, and what a way to do it. 21-19 here in Schertz.
Wow, we knew it was going to be a game similar to this. It was going to be a kind of a smash mouth kind of football game. A lot of drama going back and forth. And I tell you what, tonight's game has not disappointed us one bit.
So Levi Williams take a knee for the Rangers. He will not have to take another one. The final seconds will tick off the clock, and for the second time in 2 years, Smithson Valley comes to the Linoff Stadium and knocks off the juggernaut Steele Knights. Final score from Schertz, Smithson Valley 21, Steele 19. Post-game coverage coming up. This is Smithson Valley High School football on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Comal ISD. The Comal Independent School District is a fast-growing and innovative district with more than 23,000 students. Families are attracted to Comal ISD because of its family values, neighborhood schools, and safe environments. Come to Comal ISD. And Chicken Express, home of world-famous chicken tenders and legendary Chicken E sweet tea. Dine in, drive up, or drive through. We'll see you at Chicken Express. And Physicians Premier. Our conveniently located freestanding ERs are fully equipped and expertly staffed so you get the best care closest to home. At Physicians Premier, you'll find faster service, friendly doctors, and a comfortable level like no other. And Texas Regional Bank. Buying or building a home? We have construction and mortgage loans to help. For all your personal or business banking needs, Texas Regional Bank. The people you know. And Texas 46, a home-style hill country restaurant, has been in the Spring Branch community for over 30 years, where the focus is on a Lone Star favorite, slow-cooked barbecue. We can cater or host your next large event, too. Welcome to Texas 46.
Back inside Linoff Stadium, one of the crazier finishes you will ever see. Smithson Valley a winner over Steele tonight, 21-19. The Rangers on their final drive of the game get a 51-yard game-winning field goal from Mason Reed with 48 seconds to go. And on the ensuing Clemens possession, their very first play, a ball batted in the air by Trey Moore, intercepted by Trey Witcher, and Smithson Valley holds on to win by a 2-point margin, 21-19 in the game, featuring 5 lead changes, 4 coming in the fourth quarter. What a finish.
We thought this was going to be a fun game. This lived up to it. It's a fun game. Of course, you feel disappointed if you're a Steele Knight fan, but I'll tell you what, for Smithson Valley and its program, and this season, this was a huge win to get them back up at that position of being tied for second place. Now you get the back portion of the district play. They're in good position.
The Rangers have now gone through the 26-6A gauntlet of the top dogs, and Judson, Steele, and Clemens to come out of that window of games 1 and 2. What's left now is San Marcos and New Braunfels, so Smithson Valley is very much in a driver's seat for one of those coveted 4 playoff spots.
And that's really the goal of all of this, is to get into playoffs, and then basically it's a new season. As we know, a lot of teams look a little different when they get to the playoffs. That's what this Smithson Valley team is getting themselves geared up for.
You know, the Rangers offensively, again, didn't light up the scoreboard, but did enough here this evening. They got some big plays. They came up with gutsy drives in the fourth quarter. The big 58-yard touchdown pass from Levi Williams, hooking up with Chris Rivera, and then the game-winning drive. Williams coming up with a big play on 3rd and 17 on a quarterback draw, picks up 9 yards and got into field goal range for Mason Reed, who again makes a 51-yarder. But defensively tonight, Smithson Valley holding Steele. Now granted, the Knights not as good on offense as we've seen from Knights teams in years past, but did a very good job tonight in keeping the game manageable for the offense.
Brant, we said it on the onset of the football game. It had to be a team component, and the whole team had to play well. The defense had to play well. The offense had to come up when it needed to, and the kicking game had to come through.
Oh, boy, did it
All
ever.
three phases had to play well to win tonight. And really, the Smithson Valley team this year in 2018, that's their MO. They've all got to be clicking on cylinders, all cylinders for them to be able to win. They did that tonight.
And again, what a finish here from Linoff Stadium. We'll have a full recap of the game coming up next week on Inside Rangers Football. Well, that's going to do it for our coverage here this evening on behalf of our entire Rangers Network crew. And for my broadcast partner, Geoff Gandy, I'm Brant Freeman, saying once again the final score, Smithson Valley 21, Steele 19. This has been at Smithson Valley High School Football on the Rangers Network.